233 children from a single kindergarten in Tianshui, Gansu Province, were found to have lead poisoning. Since March 2025, some of the kids had been suffering from nausea, diarrhea, leg pain, and stomach aches. At the time, no one connected it to the kindergarten. But in early June, after repeat tests showed high blood lead levels, parents began warning each other. One by one, more and more families realized their children had similar symptoms and that it might be tied to the school. Tuition and meal fees here totaled around 10,000 yuan. Inside the kindergarten, kids were served brightly colored foods. Some suspected excessive food coloring was to blame, but others pointed out even if we know nothing about food additives, lead isn't even allowed in legal food additives in China. So how can something that legally doesn't contain lead result in lead poisoning? According to state media, the investigation found that the school kitchen staff had bought paint pigments online, diluted them, and used them in food. Police say they seized the leftover pigments in the early hours of July 3rd. The packaging clearly stated not for consumption and the pigments contained lead. As of now, 8 people, including the kindergarten director and investors, have been taken into custody. This sent the internet into an uproar. People lashed out at the kitchen staff, calling them shockingly stupid. Maybe they were just being cheap and bought paint by mistake. But here's the thing. On China's biggest online shopping site, Taobao, there are tons of super cheap, mass-selling edible colorants. Even compared to paint pigments, the price difference is just a few cents. So would these kitchen ladies really risk their jobs, their lives, and the safety of hundreds of children for a couple yuan? No matter how many past scandals and tragedies have happened in China, as long as it doesn't happen to you personally, most people will keep believing what the party tells them until the web of lies collapses. Under one video, a user left this comment. My cousin works in the kitchen at this kindergarten. She makes less than 2,000 yuan a month, and now the government wants her to take the fall. She didn't buy anything. She's just a rural woman cooking meals. How would she know what lead is? Our whole family is freaking out. State media claims a few designated hospitals in Gansu are now treating 201 of the affected children. But in reality, almost all of the poisoned kids have been transferred to Xi'an for treatment. Multiple parents said the test results from Tianshui hospitals were handwritten. Officials had verbally told them that their kids' blood lead levels were normal, but the results they got in Xi'an were 20 times higher.
然后这栋楼那栋楼前面不是都装满了？对，他在那边给我是61.24。如果说我没有来检查，这个是什么样的后果？他现在还说了什么让我们回去再治？你说我一个500多数值，我敢回去吗？我根本不敢回去，哪怕你不管我不赔，我自己治我都不敢去。
我们家孩子的数据出来了，下面这个天水那边给的数据是143，然后我们家孩子是300。上面这个天水那边给的数据是19.44，但是还有比我们家孩子高出来的352。现在这2个孩子现在都住院治疗了。
According to the classification guidelines for childhood lead poisoning and leukemia issued by China's Ministry of Health, the normal blood lead level for children should be below 100 micrograms per liter. Levels between 100 and 199 are considered elevated and may show no symptoms, but lead levels between 200 to 249 micrograms per liter are considered mild lead poisoning. 250 to 449 micrograms per liter is moderate, and 450 micrograms per liter or higher is classified as severe lead poisoning. In one teacher's test result, the number was over 500 micrograms per liter. For adults, anything above 200 micrograms per liter is considered dangerous. Some parents broke down crying after seeing the test results, others fainted on the spot. Everyone knows the party covers things up, but it raises the question, why go to such lengths for just one kindergarten? What are they trying to hide? We found that just 1.55 miles away, a 36-minute walk from the kindergarten, there's a lead zinc ore transfer station owned by Bayan Non-Ferrous Metals Company. Their main product, concentrated lead ore. The station is located very close to the Wei River, and the kindergarten sits downstream. And this isn't even the first time the people of Tianshui have been poisoned. Back in 2006, 368 villagers were reported to have high blood lead levels, including at least 200 children. The cause? A nearby smelter. The testing process back then was just as absurd as it is now. The first round was done by the Lanzhou Institute of Trace Elements, which found all 53 children tested were over the limit, but the local government in Maiji District said the results weren't authoritative enough. and had the city CDC redo the tests. Magically, out of 50 children retested, only one came close to the threshold. The rest, normal. This time the villagers didn't buy it. They went to Xi'an. The result? 211 people had dangerously high blood lead levels, and 68 were officially diagnosed with lead poisoning. According to the World Health Organization, high concentrations of lead can seriously damage the brain and reproductive system. It can cause coma, seizures, and even death. In children, lead exposure can cause permanent brain damage, lowered IQ, behavioral issues like shortened attention spans, and even increased antisocial behavior. It can also cause anemia, high blood pressure, kidney damage, immune system toxicity, and harm to reproductive organs. Right now, the children from that kindergarten are widely showing symptoms like weak legs, fever, blackened teeth, hair loss, stomach pain, nausea, vomiting, nightmares. A few Chinese influencers, those with any conscience left, have made their posts visible to followers only. Some even mentioned the nearby lead zinc facility. Can't blame them. The more you know, the more you realize how ruthless the CCP is. And now, Tianshui officials are chasing parents all the way to Xi'an to shut them up. These are families who, by local standards, are middle or even upper class. Some have ties to the communist system, but even they can't protect their kids. The truly poor have nothing to lose. They can fight. But those with jobs, salaries, pensions, or positions, they're easier to control. The system knows how to squeeze them into silence. Just like always, this story will vanish soon. Scapegoats will be tossed out. Right now, it's the kitchen staff. If it gets bigger, maybe they'll sacrifice the metal plant too, just like in 2006. But the ones who suffer, the kids and their parents who now have to watch their children endure a lifetime of pain. One factory may go down, another will rise. As long as communist officials keep raking in profits, there will always be a new batch of victims over and over again.